So everything is alphanumeric at the most basic level. And I know, Sherry, we talked about a lot of things, and but if I'm coaching anybody in the beginning, I'm like, you have to count and you have to know the names. So get that from the very beginning if you're going to be a tour leader. It's key.
Good. Absolutely. Yeah. Those logistics are really important. And that's what I try to keep. I'm constantly doing lists. I get off on my tours. I have a list what to do in the morning before I go to bed. I put it all in front of the door so I don't forget anything. During the day, I'm making another list to do when I get home, get back that not home back to the hotel. And then I have the list of what I need to do the next morning. I'm that. It's all, yeah. It's
That's
but that's
terrific.
what's
You're
yeah,
hired.
but
You're
that's what's fun.
hired.
Oh.
But that's it. We're constantly planning, right? We have this master thing, and then we cross and we make notes, and then we're ready for the next day because we barely have time. Here's another thing, like, I've been on many tours where, like, I go back to the room and I'm using wet wipes. So like this, take this off, put the gown on, and then you're out the door again, right? So you sometimes, if there's a problem, you don't have time for yourself. And so you have to have a system. You've got to be good. You've got to be organized because, like Sherry said, so she's got her, I have always had a clipboard in my daily program, and check, 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 check. Mark comes up, he tells me he wants this, I write it down. Then I'm ready, I take care of it. By the time dinner comes, Mark, here's the answer. And then I cross it off. And then the next day I have my new notes for the whole new day clean and anything that carried over. So you're like constantly assessing the data and constantly, being mindful, because the travelers are only thinking about themselves, right? And if you don't, they're like, oh my gosh, Sherry forgot about my transfer. And so all the work that you've done boils down to Sherry forgot my transfer. And so you really have to be diligent and pay attention and keep track, right? So anyway, I don't know. These are just
Absolutely.
tidbits that come to mind as I'm listening to you, and what makes a great tour leader from a mediocre tour leader, or a great travel person to a mediocre. So you have to love people, but you could be in that planning stage that you talked about. Like, some of this is background. Kim on my team, her Myers-Briggs, she doesn't want to talk to anybody. But she will do it, and she's good, and she's better than she thinks. But she is so methodical and organized. So she makes a great operations person. Vicky, Linda, they have really great personalities. They're totally different upfront personalities. And so sometimes we lose a little bit on the detail, but not too bad. So, it depends. So try to fit whatever job, Sherry gave you 15 ideas tonight. And gosh, I could talk about this for 3 more hours. I love this so much. And I'm not cutting you off. If you have more to go,
Oh, no.
you're over time. So I just want to be respectful. If everybody's cool, we can stay on. Is everybody okay with timing? You're okay that we're over? All right. So your personality would also be, I think, an important factor in which kind of job. So there's customer facing and there's not customer facing. Pretty simple. So your personality, but there are opportunities in both areas for sure.